Imagine a space where there is no resistance, no risks to calculate, no fears to manage, and no immediate effort required to survive. This is the state of absolute zero friction. Human biology is hardwired to seek this environment. For most of our history, finding a place free from predators, hunger, and exhaustion was the primary indicator of survival success. This instinct creates a powerful psychological delusion. We begin to believe that if we stay in this safe state long enough, our external lives will eventually improve on their own. However, an environment without friction provides no data for the brain to process and no challenges for the body to overcome. Without these inputs, our internal state remains entirely static. When we intentionally remove all risk and fear from our daily routines, we are effectively removing the triggers our bodies use to initiate growth. Hormesis dictates that biological systems require stress to strengthen. Growth capacity remains flat at zero friction, rising only in response to resistance. Remaining at zero friction causes our capabilities to decline. Without stress, the body sheds its ability to handle it. The comfort zone functions as a mechanism for atrophy. By choosing safety, we are choosing to let our potential for future action diminish. To prevent us from noticing this decline, the brain employs a defense mechanism to mask our lack of physical progress. It substitutes real-world action with the internal effort of overthinking. This provides the sensation of being productive without the need for a single physical step. This loop traps us in a cycle. We evaluate an idea, run mental simulations, find reasons to avoid risk, and return to the start, never reaching an output. This creates intense internal friction, exhausting us and creating the illusion of momentum, while reality remains unchanged. This process serves to protect us from failure by ensuring we never actually move from the planning phase to the execution phase. Beyond overthinking, we often justify our stagnation by waiting for external motivation or a more favorable set of circumstances. In a low-friction environment, that feeling rarely arrives. Motivation is a chemical response to overcoming a challenge, not a feeling that precedes it. While we wait for the right moment, the rest of the world continues to move forward. This creates a widening gap between our current state and our goals. Look at the distance between the moving blue dot and the stationary red dot. Every day spent waiting for a better time increases the distance you have to cover just to return to a competitive baseline. Delaying action until the circumstances feel perfect results in a measurable loss of progress relative to the environment around you. Changing this trajectory requires a shift in how you view timing. The right time is something you must engineer through deliberate action. This process starts with an intentional exposure to discomfort. You have to disrupt your own routine before you feel prepared to do so. Taking an imperfect first step forces the brain to shift from simulation to processing real-world feedback. The overthinking loop breaks because the mind must now focus on managing actual consequences. Momentum is a direct result of this initial movement. It is a resource that is built piece by piece through the repetition of effort. To begin, identify the one target you have been avoiding due to its inherent risks. To reach it, you must prioritize physical movement over the internal simulation of the task. Take that first step now, regardless of your current level of motivation or how unready you might feel. Personal growth is fueled by the very friction and risk that the comfort zone is designed to eliminate. If you want to change your life, you must stop the waiting process, step out of the comfort trap, and start the work.